So we have two items next on our agenda. We have two presentations, and the next one is the presentation of the Edwina Garcia Community Builder Award and proclamation to resident and leader Emilia Gonzalez Avalos. Is Emilia here? I don't see Emilia. Okay. So I know she was going to attend. She was coming in person. So if she ends up showing up, maybe we'll go back and include her. But I don't see her here. So we have the proclamation, and Edwina Garcia unfortunately couldn't make it to our city council meeting tonight, so I will be presenting the award and reading the proclamation on her behalf. But for people who may or may not know Edwina Garcia, she is a long-standing Richfield resident and community leader who has made monumental impact on the community of Richfield, but also the state of Minnesota. And in her honor, we have created, as the city of Richfield, the Community Builder Award in the name of Councilmember Edwina Garcia. And it looks like Emilia is walking in. So I'll actually get the award. Excellent. And Emilia, I was just getting to the item, so I'm wondering if you want to join me at the podium. Hello. Okay, Emilia, do you want your family up with you for this, or should? All right, we're gonna wait and get her family. So just to finish the description of the award, again, so this is in honor of Edwina Garcia starting this Community Builder Award, but for all of you that know Edwina, her whole legacy was to build community. She's built countless leaders and helped with countless community initiatives. And so this award goes to someone who is a Richfield resident every single year who has dedicated their life to building community. So for this year's Edwina Garcia Community Builder Award, it is going to Richfield resident Emilia Avalos Gonzalez and her beautiful family. Hola, thank you for coming. So I will read the proclamation. Before you got here, I was just giving the description of the award, the work that Edwina does. So the proclamation of the city of Richfield. Whereas Emilia Gonzalez Avalos has received the third annual Edwina Garcia Community Builder Award for her commitment to the Richfield community. And whereas she is an immigrant born in Mexico City and raised in Minnesota, and whereas Ms. Gonzalez Avalos is the executive director of Unidos Minnesota, a grassroots organization that builds power for Minnesotans' working families to advance social, racial, and economic justice. And whereas Ms. Gonzalez Avalos has worked tirelessly during her time as executive director to transform the organization from a small networking program to a statewide multi-ethnic institution. And whereas Ms. Gonzalez Avalos has led the organization through a time of growing prejudice against immigrants and Latinos in the country, along with an unprecedented pandemic. And whereas Ms. Gonzalez Avalos worked to ensure she was able to bring all the tools she had available to support her community through these chaotic times, whereas Ms. Gonzalez Avalos did all she could and navigated the world, being a mother, a caregiver, finishing a bachelor's degree, and applying for and being awarded a 2022 Bush Foundation Fellow. Whereas Ms. Gonzalez Avalos sees immense opportunity in the future for long-lasting change by leveraging the collectivism and capacity for self-determination of Latina workers, migrants, teens, and girls. Whereas Richfield community celebrates Emilia and all she has brought and brings great pride to our city and community and her support and empowerment of families across Minnesota. Now, therefore, I, Maria Regan Gonzalez, Mayor of the City of Richfield, and the Richfield City Council members do hereby award you this proclamation for your service demonstrating your commitment to the core values of the City of Richfield, proclaimed this 13th day of December 2022. So I'll sign this. And then we have an award for you as well. And I will be presenting you the award because unfortunately La Jefa Edwina Garcia is ill right now and cannot present this award to you. But I'm wondering if we can stand up here with your family and take a picture.
Is Daniel gonna get in the picture too? Hey, Chris, there's one more.
So I just wanted to share a couple remarks. It's such an honor to be celebrating you, Emilia. And this night where you and I get to celebrate our leadership together, but also having our community in this room together is very powerful. And I would not be the leader that I am without you and your leadership. And just want to thank you, Emilia, for everything that you've done for me, everything you've done for our comunidad. And we're very thankful to be able to honor you. And you're such an asset to Richfield and such an asset to our entire comunidad. And I say that on behalf of Edwina, who can't be here today, but also as the mayor of Richfield and a good friend of yours. It's been so beautiful to lead together. So felicidades. Okay. Emilia wants to share a few words.
Well, thank you so much, Mayor Maria Reagan Gonzalez, and every single one of City Council members, and everyone that works in the city, and also everyone who's here. For me, it's truly an honor to have my name in this award next to two of my personal friends and mentors and supporters, like Edwina Garcia and my friend. And we're not related. Like Gonzalez is like a Johnson or an Anderson. There's so many Gonzalez, we're not related, but I love our mayor as a sister. And for me, such an honor to have lived the leadership of the first Latina mayor in the city of Richfield, and also be a companion on the incredible expectations she had to face with the unexpected and tumultuous times during the COVID-19 pandemic, and witnessing her temperance and her commitment and her resilience was truly inspiring for me, because we were facing all these challenges together. Like she was sharing how Richfield was setting up infrastructure to support housing for folks regardless of immigration status, while we at Unidos were having conversations with the state of Minnesota on how we're going to disburse Minnesota housing infrastructure money so that the same issue could be supported across the state. So what happened in Richfield was able to inspire a statewide scaling up for people that lived in Worthington, in St. Cloud, and Wilmar, and Rochester, in places that I can't even pronounce the names. And 20 years ago, when I moved to Richfield, I had no idea what was equity or racism or anti-racism. I knew how it felt, but I couldn't put I did not understand how that worked. I didn't know any better. And through the involvement of PMAC, the Police Community Advisory Committee, I think that was my first adult volunteer experience in my life. I mean, I did some things with like the hospital and other side of volunteer opportunity, but that was the first time that somebody asked my opinion. And I didn't know. Probably if there's minutes, I can probably have sound very problematic because I didn't know any better. And the city supported my growth and people saw me and it felt like a community. And I think that is an experience for this small municipality, but which brings so much joy to our community. So I'm very excited about the possibilities of the future. I can't wait to see what Maria does in her role at the hospital. And I'm very grateful and just like, I think this brings me joy. And it's important to know that I'm never able to do anything alone. My family are great supporters and inspiration. My husband, who is amazing and does a lot of the caretaking when I'm away. My kids, whose time away from mom sometimes can be taxing. And my dad. We went through really hard times, and we have a lot of learned lessons. And I think it's important for the legacy of all of us to not forget what we learned and to be courageous on the things that we learn and really fight hard for the things that we believe. And I'm sorry to see my friend not be my major. I really like that. But thank you so much. And thank you, Edwina. I know you're going to see the video and you're going to evaluate me. So I hope I did good for you.
I know she will. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. Felicidades. When we do have proclamations and awards, I do give an opportunity for the council. Does anyone in the council, would they like to share anything for Emilia? Councilmember Supple.
I just wanted to add my thanks for all your advocacy and all you do for our community, because it is so well appreciated, and this is such a well-deserved award. So thank you so much for all your advocacy.
Councilmember Whalen.
I just want to share that I'm lucky enough I get the opportunity in my day job to work with Unidos, and truly the transformational powerhouse you have built that is that organization and community is so just so meaningful. Like, you're literally creating spaces for more and more immigrants and just people in the Latino community to have a voice in places they literally were not allowed before. Particularly, educate people on how to go caucus, and that Unidos opened up the ability to caucus, to have a voice in a political party to so many undocumented folks, that was just huge. And I know there's been a bunch more work that I don't know of, and you continue to build. And so thank you for everything you're doing, particularly for Richfield, but the way you are transforming our whole state is really powerful, and it's really an honor that you call Richfield home.
Other comments? Councilmember Hayford O'Leary.
Congratulations, Emilia. I feel like I haven't been following along as closely, but with your career in the past few years. But my first sort of volunteer thing for the city of Richfield was on the Human Rights Commission with you. You made such an impression on me then. I remember both just your sort of endless, the endless energy you had for being engaged in Richfield. I remember sometimes you didn't have like childcare, so you just bring your kid, and it worked, and you were there, and you were showing up for Richfield, and it's very clear that's shown up in many other areas of your life and many other areas of activism. And you told this one story, and I don't know why it was even relevant at the time, but it stuck with me. And it was specifically about recently after you'd moved to Richfield and you were driving with your father or somebody at night, and you saw the like lights on the 66th Street underpass. And of course, I'm very like street oriented. So you told me that, and you talked about living in this beautiful place. And I feel like at that time in my life, I was so cynical, and I was like, the lights don't work, this is bad. And to hear you from this totally different, so much better perspective of this was a beautiful place and you were happy to be here, it informed the way I see Richfield, the way I still see Richfield. So it really stuck with me. It was just one small moment, but I know that you have that positivity, and that you see beauty and you make beauty in the world. So thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Hayford O'Leary. Councilmember Troutman.
Thank you, Mayor, and congratulations, Emilia. And it's such a joy for us to see your work recognized and see you and your life recognized in this space. And look forward to future days where your work and your life will continue to be recognized. And I just want to acknowledge and just say very publicly that your work and your life stands as a testimony of the benefit of your heart translating into action almost immediately and constantly. And I just see this over the years, that there's this habit of my heart's moved, so my body moves. My heart's moved, my body moves. And so take a note, folks, that this is powerful and you have that power. And I'm so grateful that you have invested that power here in nuestra comunidad. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Emilia. Thank you for your family for being here as well. It's so nice to have you here. Thank you.